All right, so I've started the recording. Welcome to this class once again. So today we're going to be working on a web page. So for us to do that successfully, we have to use a layout that can accommodate what we are designing. Now we're going to use the perfect layout, which is the landscape layout. So go ahead to click create button. Once you click on the create button, you're going to select the presentation layout. So that's what we're going to be using for today's class, presentation layout, so that it looks like a desktop view. So you're going to be choosing this particular one. So go ahead and select the presentation layout, and then we're going to wait for it to boot up. My network is a little bit slow, so anytime it's taking some time to load, you have to bear with me. And also, if you have your camera on, just shut the camera so that it can load faster. So like I said, you're working a web page for Red Bull. That's what we're doing for today's class. So since we are doing that, you first of all have to understand what Red Bull is. So someone said Red Bull is a company that produces drink, but that's not the only thing they do. So I'm going to pull up Red Bull company so we see what they do, and then you can know what we are designing exactly. So I'm going to share the screen to show you what Red Bull is. So this is Red Bull. Red Bull is the world's most popular energy drink. So they produce energy drinks, and also they indulge in certain activities like sports activities. So they have activity that they sponsor, something like Formula One, which is racing. We have football teams they sponsor. We have other stuff like motorsports and so on and so forth. So for this website, we're going to be designing for motorsports. Particularly, Stephanie, the website is canva.com. So that's what I'm using, canva.com. So once you go to Canva, you click on click on the green box and select presentation. So you should have a screen like this. So let's get started. So first of all, we have to get resources for design. And to do that, we'll head over to Google, and then we're going to search for the resource we need. And we start from searching for Red Bull logo. So we're going to be using their logo for the design. So we're going to search for their logo. We choose something like this particular one. Now, the people that are just joining the class, pay attention. If you are downloading a picture from Google, make sure to check the resolution. So if you click on the picture and it appears there, you hover your cursor on the picture, you should see a resolution under the picture. That's the number. So this particular picture has 3840 by 1787. So that means the resolution is high. So any picture you're downloading, make sure the picture has more than 1000 by anything. So it should be at least HD picture. So the numbers you're seeing in the resolution should be more than 1000. So let's go ahead and download this picture by right-clicking and selecting Save as Image. And then you save the picture to a particular folder in your device. Now, once you are done with saving that particular logo, we move to the next thing, which is getting resources like pictures. We only need like one image for this design. So we're going to search for the particular image. Today, we are going to be working on website for motorsports. Not necessarily motorsport. They are biking. What's it called? Sport. mountain biking, just like this. Hope you guys are seeing the screen, right? All right, so we are going to be designing something for mountain biking. So we need a picture for that. So the only thing we need is one picture. So we have to look for one nice picture of mountain biking. So you can search for mountain biking or Red Bull mountain biking, anyone, and then you look for a nice picture. Now, like I said, pay attention to the picture you're grabbing. Make sure the picture is high quality. It's going to affect the quality of your work if the picture is not high quality. So I will keep scrolling down till I see a nice picture to use. I don't have the picture yet, so let's keep scrolling. We want a picture that is going to be showing the landscape, something like this. That is going to be showing the landscape. A picture like this. So once we click on it, we check for alternative pictures to see if we can don't get something. We'll still continue searching. So, like I said before, this is the most important part of the design. The pictures, the resources are the most important parts. Get the best picture for the design or the best video for the design. Automatically, you're good to go. So I'm going to try to pull up this one and see how it looks. The resolution for this picture is too small. This is 750 by 500. I'm not going to use it. I'll look for something that has. Okay, let me go ahead and change the search. I will remove the Red Bull and then I'll search only mountain bike. So I'm going to search only mountain bikes so that we can have many options as available. So far, so if you have any issues with setting your layouts, like if you have issues with reaching this place, indicates so that we can know. If you have any issues so far, indicates so that we can set up your layout before the design starts properly. Hope everyone has I've gotten to that page. All right. So this is the challenge we have for the class. We have in terms of picture. So I think I'm going to go for this one. Let me download it first. The resolution is high, 2880 by 1620. So the resolution is high. I'm going to grab it immediately, and then I'm going to check for alternatives to know if I can get another one. Now, the pictures, like we say, we need one picture, only one picture. But we have to have an alternative just in case, so that we can compare the two pictures during the design. We don't need a picture that is going to be a problem at some point. So I've grabbed one picture. Let's start with the designing first. At some point, we'll know if it's going to work out or not. So are you guys paying attention? All right. So let's get started. Now, the first thing we are going to do on Canva is we are going to click on upload. Once you click on upload and you grab your, what's it called? You upload your file. So you upload the two pictures you downloaded, the logo and also the other picture. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So we upload the two pictures you just downloaded because that's what you're going to be using for the design. So I'm going to do that right away, and then we can start designing. So I'm loading the two images over here. Hope you guys are seeing it. I'm loading the images. This is the logo, and this other one is the background we're going to use. First of all, we'll start from the logo. We're going to zoom out the logo, make it a little bit small, just like this. And then Stephanie, what do you mean by how old is this? So we're going to edit the logo, reduce the size a little bit, and place it at the top. Now pay attention, if you are placing anything on this design, make sure it's not touching the edges of the box. This box, make sure it's not touching the edges of the box. Do you have a question, Gifts? You have a question, you're raising your hand. Let's continue. So make sure you're not touching the box. Make sure the element you're placing is not touching the corners of the box. So once we do that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the navigation here. We're going to add the navigation. So if you have been to a website, there's something called navigation. The navigation is the different place you can click to go to other pages. So we're going to be adding the navigation right away, and then after that, we can start customizing fully. So let's go ahead and add some navigations. Now to do that, you're going to click on text. We're going to click on text, and then we'll click on subheading, and then we start typing. Now first navigation we'll type is home. That's for the home, and then we give space. We count the spaces we are giving. We count the spaces. Make sure the space is equal. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 spaces. And then we write the second navigation. Let's say moto. We do motorsports, and then
showing?
once you do motorsports, you give 10 spaces. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Oh.
Stephanie said, if you can see my screen, give thumbs up. I think is from your network. Some are seeing the screen, so I think it's from the network. It's from your network if you're not seeing the screen. So we're done with motorsports. We give 10 spaces also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we add another navigation. Let's do about us. About us. And then we'll do 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Markings, you don't need to download. Just go to open your browser, type canva.com. You don't need to download it. Just go to your browser, type canva.com. And then we're going to add another navigation shop. That's for people that want to purchase their item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the last one is contact us. This one takes you to the contact page. Remember, what we are building is a web page, so you have to pay attention to what we are doing. So now, the navigation bar, this is the navigation bar. We are going to reduce the size to 26, and then we're going to place it over here. Make sure it's aligned properly with the logo. It should be aligned. You should see this line that shows that it's aligned. And make sure it's placed at the center of the page. You should also see this straight line at the center of the page before you leave it. Now, since we are done with the navigation, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add some write-ups to the page. We are going to write some write-ups. We are going to add a text again, and then this time around, we are going to add a header. So the write-up we're going to use is, let's say, Red Bull. Hold on. We're going to say Red Bull Rapid, let's say Roma. Red Bull Rapid Runner, something like this is okay. And then we're going to reduce the size. Over here, we change the alignment. Over here, alignment, click on alignment to change the alignment. And then this runner, we are going to change the color of this runner to this yellow on the Red Bull logo. So to do that, you highlight only the runner, you click on test color, and then you click on this plus sign, or you can just scroll down. If there's a photo color here, you wait for it to load to select that particular yellow. But if there's no photo color, as you can see, they have photo color for that particular yellow because it's grabbing the colors from this logo. So you just go ahead and select the yellow, and then you are done with that. Hope you are paying attention so far. All right, now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to highlight everything, click on it, highlight everything, and then you change the fonts. This is Canva Sans. You change it to something that is stylish, that looks a little bit sporty. You could do something like, I think, Android. I think there's a font called Android that looks good. So let's find out. So let's wait for it to load up a little bit. It's taking time. Okay, what we're going to do is, if it takes much time, we'll just leave it and continue. Then once we're done with the design, we're going to come back and change these fonts for this one and this one. Okay, I'm not seeing Android, so let's go ahead and check for the options available. So if you are scrolling down the fonts, we're going to select something that looks stylish. Let me try Copper Beating or Cooper Beating. Hope you guys are seeing my screen. Hope you are seeing my screen. All right. I think this is going to take time. Let's just forget about it. We're going to switch the fonts. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab that image. So we select the image from the uploaded section. And then once we select the image, we are going to move it to the top side like this. Move it to the top, the edge of the screen. And once you move it to the edge of the screen, you drag it from the downside like this until it covers the whole page. Are you guys seeing what I'm doing? Now the question lies if the picture is high quality or not. If the picture is high quality, it's going to look clear. If it's not high quality, it's going to look blurry. So I have to confirm if the picture is high quality. If it doesn't look clear enough, I don't think we could use it. So I think at this point, I think it's looking a little bit blurry. So let me check if I can grab a mountain bike picture from Canva itself. So to do that, you go to the elements and then you search for the picture you're looking for. So you can search for mountain bike or mountain biker. It's going to show you the different pictures available for mountain bikers. And you're going to select the one you need under photos. So once you search for it on the elements, you go to photos so that you can filter it out, and then you grab the picture you want. When we downloaded this picture, the picture was high quality, but I think my network is not allowing it to load properly. That's what I'm thinking about. So I think we should grab it directly from Canva. So as you can see here, Canva is suggesting pictures for us. We just have to scroll down, and then we get a nice picture for the design. Now, if you are new to the class, if you are seeing any crown on the picture, you cannot use it. That means it's for paid accounts. But the ones that don't have crown on it, you can use those ones. So let me go ahead and delete this image, and then I'll select a picture. Let's see how it goes. So the same process, you place it, and then you can expand it, something like this. Now, if you click on the image, as you can see, the logo is not showing because the picture is on top of the logo. You click on the image and then you click position. You position it to the back of everything. That's you send it to the back. So once you send it to the back, the logo should be showing right away. Now, as you can see, this place is black color. Meanwhile, the picture is also interfering with this write-up. We are going to work on that later, so don't worry about it. You can't see the words at the top. Okay, this is home. This is motorsports. Hope you are seeing it now. Home, motorsports, about us, shop, contact us. You can add your own navigation though. You can add your own navigation. I'm going to check alternative pictures to know if I can see something that is better than this one. But if we don't see anything better than this, we just proceed with this picture. I think the picture might work after we are done with the design, so it shouldn't be a problem for us. Like I said earlier on, the design we are working on is difficult because you need to source out for the best pictures to use. So once you have the best picture to use, you are good to go, just like I said. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. All right. I'm checking for alternative pictures, but I'm not seeing any. So let's just continue. Remember what I said? I said if you're working on a design, make sure nothing is touching the edge of the screen. This box, make sure nothing is touching the edge. Make sure everything is inside of the box. Now, the next thing we are going to do is I want to highlight only this middle section. I want to highlight the middle section. I want only the middle section to be bright, while the other parts of the picture should be dark. So to do that, I'm going to use a shape. So back to the element, click on element and you search for shapes on the element. And then you are going to select a shape. Preferably, you select a rectangle or a square. Anyone is okay. So I'm going to grab a square right away. So as you can see, this square here is red color and it has the borders are carved. So I'll click on it, go over here to corner rounding. I don't want it to be rounded. I'll go to corner rounding and reduce this. Are you seeing the difference? Are you seeing the difference? So reduce it to 0 so it doesn't curve. Now once we're done with that, we select black color because I said we want the picture to be dark while the center part is going to be visible. So we make the box, make it black color, and then we push it to the edge of the screen like this. Once we push it to the edge of the screen, we use it to cover the part that we want to display. Now, we want the center of this man, the rider, to display only, while the other side parts of the picture should be dark. For example, let me show you. I'm going to drag this down, and then once I drag it down, I'm going to reduce the transparency over here. Click on transparency, reduce it. Let's say 70 or 80%, 70, 75%. I think 70% is okay. So we do 70%, just like this. And then we duplicate the box again, place this one over here. So the center of the screen, only the center of the screen is bright, while other parts of the screen is dark, something like this. Now we're going to move this box. What do you mean by the top pair? Are you talking about these write-ups? The write-up says home, motorsports, about us, shop, contact us. This is like the navigation bar, the place that someone will click to go to the next page or to the other pages. This is for the home page. This is for sports, motorsports page, about us page, etc. So we're going to move this to the back of this logo and this write up. So we position it, we click backward. Once it gets to the back of everything, you click forward to bring it forward a little bit. So the logo is on top of it, and this write up is also on top of it. The same goes for this side. We position it, we click send to the back, and then we bring it forward so that it's going to be on top of, behind this man, but this write-up should be on top of it. Now, since the write-up is on top of it, we are going to change the write-up color to white because we already have a dark background. We change the color to white, and then we change also this rapid to white, Red Bull also to white. We could do Red Bull, we could make Red Bull to be red color if you want. It depends on what you're working on. You can make it like this. And then this navigation bar, I want to blow out the navigation bar a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a background to this navigation bar. I'm going to add something to it so that it can stand up properly. Now to do that, let's just go ahead and duplicate this box again. This box you are seeing, we are going to duplicate it. And then we are going to reduce the size like this. And then we are going to use that replicated box to place over here, and then position it to the back of the text itself. So you should have something like this once you are done with that. Are you seeing it properly? Hope you guys are seeing it. Make sure everything is centered. Make sure the navigations are centered. Make sure the navigations are centered. If you feel like the image you are using is too wide, you could easily reduce the size like this, place it at the center of the page. You can reduce the size, place it at the center of the page, and then this background that is left, this white background that is left, you can change the white background to black, something like this. Stephanie, making the middle bright is not compulsory. It's not compulsory. It's just for the design. You get. It's not compulsory. It's just for design's sake. If you remove it, it's going to just look. It's going to look plain. So we're just doing it for design, for the design's sake. So you could decide to do only one side like this, depending on what you're working on. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. So it depends on what you're doing. You can even decide to blow out the image, the whole image, like this, and then you make it a little bit transparent, something like this. Yeah, it makes it look good. It makes it look better. If you don't do it, the design is going to look plain. So depending on what you are working on, you can decide to do it, or you can decide not to do it. But and another reason why we did it is because the picture we are using is kind of light. The picture is kind of light. If the picture is dark, then we could forget about doing that. So it's just about designing. It's not a problem. Now, since we are done with that, Osawes, do you have a question? Do you have a question? I don't know if you have a question. Another method you can use, this thing is looking, you can do this right like this, or you can decide to rotate this box. If you rotate this box and place it over here, like stretch it out like this. This one also, you rotate it or you just duplicate the one you just rotated, place it like this. That could work also. So you could decide to do it like this or the other way. So it depends. So I'm going to go with this for now. So let's just go with this. Now, since we have this, what we are going to do is we're going to add border to this shape. We're going to add border to it so that we will have a line here. So I'll click on the shape. I will add stroke style. Over here, you see stroke style. Click on it, add the weights. Let me know if it's going to change. Okay. So we add the stroke. So now we are using red color for the accent, for the what's it called, for the border. So we are using red color, and you have to pay attention to the numbers. So we are doing 30 here, so that we can still do 30 here. So anything you are doing to the left hand side, you do to the right hand side. So you do 30 here, and then over here you change the stroke color to the same red color. So you should have something like this at this point. Hope you are paying attention. All right. You could also make this one red and make this one yellow, depending on what you're working on. So after that, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to change this right up. The font. The font is not looking good. So we're going to try and change it now. Let's do Poppins and see what happens. If it doesn't look good, we change something else. Do you have a question, Stephanie?
So it makes it looks pretty.
Which of the elements?
The one where you put the red and yellow stripes, like.
All right. Okay, so you can do your own like that. Is, you know, the design we are doing. If you are running your own, you can make a little bit changes to your own. We don't have a straight design we're working on. We are just freestyling. Hope you understand. So if you feel like you have ideas, you can just add it up and see how it goes. Now, since we have Rapid Runner and Red Bull Rapid Runner, we're going to bring the runner up like this. I want the runner to be up like this. So bring the runner up. You can add effects, but you shouldn't overdo it. Like for example, this test. Now, if I want to add an effect, I can go to advanced setting over here. I can go to effects over here. I can decide to add glow to it. I can add glow to it. I can change the color of the glow. But like I said, anything you are doing, just pay attention to what you are doing. Make sure you're not overdoing it. It's as simple as that. Make sure you're not overdoing it. You can add stuff to your design. You can even curve the right up. Okay, Steven. All right. So just pay attention to what you're doing. Don't overdo it. So once you are done with adding the right up here, the next, I think I should go with white. Let me check white color and see how it looks. Okay, white is not looking good. Let's just do black and reduce it a little bit. So we have Red Bull Rapid Runner, and then we have this over here. And the next thing we are going to do, we are going to add some write-ups about Red Bull. So we are going to head over to Google again and search for about Red Bull. We are going to just grab the text. Doesn't matter. Just grab the text, copy the text, go back to the design, and then add a little body text. Little body text, you paste the write-up. You paste the write-up over here. Now the write-up is black, so you change it to white color from here. Change to white color, and then you reduce the size. Once you are done reducing the size, you can align to the left so that it moves to this side. And if you are paying attention enough, you know that this thing is kind of is not displaying properly. Is a little bit inside. So you can just adjust that a little bit so that the write-up can be accommodated. So once we have this, we're almost done with the design. The next thing we're going to do is, since I told you guys we are running an animated page, that's why I said animated page. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be adding some clips here. All right, Steph. So we're going to be adding some clips here. And then the clips we are going to be adding over here will show the actions of the bikers. So to do that, we are going to go to the elements, click on the elements and search for frame. So we don't just add videos or pictures to the designs, we have to add it to the frame. So to do that, once you search for frame on the element, anything you are searching, make sure you search it on the elements, you see what you need. So we click on element to search for frame, and then we are going to use a particular frame for this design. The frame we are going to be using is the frame that has a rounded corner, this one, not this one. So we add a frame that has the rounded corner, and then we'll place it over here and reduce the size a little bit. So we're going to just place it here. Now, like I said, we're going to add actions to this frame. So this, I can duplicate this, align with this one, and then duplicate once more. We have 3 frames here. Are you guys paying attention to what I'm doing? Hope you guys are paying attention. Okay. Now we have 3 frames here. And for those of you who are just joining the class, if you add the frame here, this plus sign at the top is duplicate. You just click on it to duplicate it. And when you're aligning, watch the lines. You see those lines that will guide you to get the perfect alignments. So just place it. And then if you want to make it to have equal spacing in between the 3, move the center one. You see numbers in between. These numbers shows that it has the same spacing, 34 spacing. So any number you see in between your own shows that it has equal spacing. Now, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to search for mountain biker once more. This time around, we are going to be using videos of mountain bikers. So we're going to click on videos over here, and then we'll start scrolling down to find a biker. So we're going to use videos of the biker to show actions to make the page interactive. So we're going to show actions a little bit. And like I said, you cannot use all the resources because you are using a free account. So you have to look for something that doesn't have crown on it. So I'm going to select some videos. Let's go ahead and search for a video to use. Okay, so I saw this particular one. Although we don't have resources, we don't have much resources, let's just go ahead and use this one. We'll drag it into the frame. As you can see, the video is moving, and then we'll look for another one. And then we add more videos. So you can just take your time, search for the best videos to use, and then place it in those frames. Hope you guys are paying attention so far. If you don't want to use videos, you can still use images also. You can use images if you don't want to use videos. You can just add images to the frames. There's no reason why we are putting it by the side. It's just that we have space by the side. You understand? We have space by the side. You can't put it on top of the write-ups here because it's going to, and you can't put it at the center of this page because obviously there's this man here. So this is the only place we have space. That's why we're adding it here. Hope you understand what I'm explaining. I'm going to go ahead and replace this one since I don't have much network. Let me just use pictures instead of videos. But the page was meant to be interactive. So if you are running your own, just go to add videos to this place, add biker videos to this place. Now, the assumption is that if you click the center button, the video of this biker is going to play. So that's the assumption. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that play button to the center of the screen. So we search for play button or play icon. Search for play icon on the elements, and then you search for the proper icon to use. So once you search for the play icon, you have different options, but I'm going to select this. Then I'm going to place it at the center of the screen like this. You can use this one, or you can also use the one that is transparent. This particular one, change the color to white. That's the outlined icon. This can also work perfectly. Place it at the center of the screen, center of the page, just like this. So it shows that once someone clicks on the center here, the video of this man is going to play. Hope you guys are paying attention. Okay. So let me go ahead and replace. I want to go ahead and replace a picture. All right. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add some write-ups, just a little bit write-up, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to finish up the design. We're going to add a little bit write-up, and then we'll finish up the design. Next, we're going to add a button, another button. So let's go ahead and add the button first by adding the shape. We'll add the shape. We're going to add a button at this downside. The button is going to take you to the page to watch the videos. So it's going to take you to the page to watch the videos. That's the videos, the various biking videos. And if you pay attention, I added a frame here, added a frame here and here, but it's not showing, it doesn't have accent color. So you can add a border to it also by clicking on it, and then select stroke style, add the stroke. You could do 4 or 5, and then you select the color you want to appear. So you can use the color of the accent we are using just to make it to match the company colors. So you can just go ahead and grab some colors here. The same process. You add the colors you want. So you can do that also for this section if you want to do that. And then next we proceed to the shapes we talked about. So we're going to add a shape. We're going to add the square again. This time around, we're going to customize the shape ourselves to make it look like a button. So we place it over here, align properly, we stretch it out, and then we reduce the size. So we have something like this as a button. We have something like this as a button. The button is not real. This thing you are seeing here is just a design for the website. So if the programmer is working on it, he's going to work on it based on the design. So that's how it works. So for this button, we're going to make the button Markings, you can make triangle frames, but I don't think it's going to look good. You can try that out to see how it looks. So for this button, we are going to change the color of the button to, we can either do red or yellow. So you can decide on what to do. You can do red or yellow. You can do red button, and then you add yellow background, yellow border, something like this. You could also do that depending on what you're working on. Now, once you do that, you grab this also, duplicate it, and then you reduce the size and place it at the center of this place. The reason we are doing this is just to add another write-up that says watch, let's say watch previous videos, something like that. Or you can do watch videos. Let's just do watch videos. Now we can place the watch videos here. Change the color of the text to white. And then automatically we have a play button over here also. Something like this. Now I'm going to change the color of this button. I don't think the red is going to work. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the color of the button to black, and then I'm going to reduce transparency of the button to make it look a little bit transparent, just like this. So I think this looks better than having a red button there. You could also do transparent button and then red border. You could also do that. That works perfectly well also. Hope you guys are paying attention. And then if you feel like the buttons are curved too much, you click on the shape, go to the rounded corners, this place, and you can adjust the corners, the corner rounding of the button. You can decide to make it not cornered, or you can corner it. Which one is better, this or this? Which one is better? Should it be boxed or should it be cornered? You guys should vote. Cornered or not cornered? Cornered or not cornered? You guys should vote. Comment on the chat box, cornered or not cornered. Are you seeing the difference? Not cornered, not cornered. Okay, not cornered. Let's go with not cornered. All right. We could also do not cornered for these frames, like this. If you feel like you don't want to corner it, if you're maintaining the same pattern of design, you can decide not to corner it. It still looks perfect. Hope you guys are paying attention so far. All right. And then the last thing we are going to do, we are going to duplicate this write-up, this watch video, place it at the center of this place, and then write the website. Let's say, let me just grab their website very quick. Red Bull, let me search for Red Bull Motorsports sport websites. So we're just going to grab the website real quick, redbull.com. All right, let's go ahead and write it, www.redbull.com. So you have the website here. What we're going to do is so since we have the website here, we have to reduce the size a little bit, and then we center it to this place. Steph, do you have a question?
No, don't worry.
Yeah.
Any question? Any question? Okay. All right. So this is what we have so far, and then you could easily decide on what to do with this page. What do I mean by that? It simply means that you could duplicate this page, create a page 2, and then continue working from there. For those of you that are just joining the class, we normally do that. You can easily create page 2 of a design, and then we'll start developing the page 2 also. To develop a page of a design, let's say I click this button here, this center button. Let's assume I click the button. What is going to happen? That's developing a page. So if I want a situation whereby if I click the button, it's going to bring out a big screen here and start showing us the video set at this place. Let me show you how to do that. So this place under here is the page. This is page 1. So there's 3 dots on top of the page 1. So all you have to do is you click on the 3 dots and then you click duplicate. So you now have 2 pages, page 1 and page 2. Hope you are seeing it, right? If you are seeing it, give a thumbs up. Okay, so we have page 1 and page 2. Now, if you click this button on the website and you want the video to start playing, you have to build it to show the developer what will happen if you click the button. So to do that, what we are going to do is on the page 2, which is the second one, we are going to edit the page 2. Now, to edit the page 2, we start changing the things on the page 2. You can add any picture you want, Pearl. It's not a problem. Now, for the page 2, we are going to just delete this stuff because we're working on the page 2 now. And then we just place this at the center of the screen. This shows that once someone clicks on that, what's it called? Once someone clicks on that button, once someone clicks on that play button, it's going to zoom, change the screen to this, and then it starts showing. Let me show you the button. This one. If you click on play, it's going to display this video, something like that. So that's what you have to think about. If you click on this button, what's going to happen? So on the page 2, we design what's going to happen. Now, what's going to happen is that, hold on first. What's going to happen is that this thing you are seeing here is going to close up. It's going to close up. These 2 shapes is going to close up like this. Are you seeing what I'm doing? It's going to close up, and then this is going to appear. So once you click on that play button, it closes up, and then the other one appears. Are you guys paying attention? The people I'm asking, are they paying attention, or the people that are just joining for the first time? Because I know that people that usually don't join the class know how it goes. So if you click on this button, it moves to page 2. And the page 2 shows you start playing the video automatically. Let me go ahead and zoom the screen so it looks bigger. Hope you guys are paying attention so far. So what I'm going to do for this page 2, I'm going to add a video to this page 2. I'll add a video to the page 2 so that you understand what I'm explaining. So let's go ahead and search for mountain bike also. And then we search for mountain biker under the video theater over here. Just click on the video. And then you scroll down, take your time, scroll down, get a nice video and then add it to this place, this center of the screen. So that means once someone clicks on the enter page, that's the center button, it takes them to this page where they watch the video. That's the assumption. So if if you are sending the design to someone who's building the website, the person is going to build the website according to what you tell them, according to the features and functionalities. Hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. All right, so you take your time to grab a video, you place it at the center of this place. Now, once I place the video at the center of this place, we are going to animate it. We just animate it just for the people that are just joining the class so that they understand what it means to animate the page. But I think the old students understand what it means to animate the page. So we're going to animate it so that someone can just understand. So I'm not seeing a reasonable video. I'm just going to grab this very, very fast. We don't have much time. So on the first page, if you click on this button, this center button, it takes you to the second page. It takes you to the second page. On the second page, this video starts playing. Hope you guys understand. So that's what we're going to do, and then we end the class. So let me go ahead and animate the page. Now, to animate the two screens, I want to first of all animate this one. So I'll click on this box, click animate over here, and then I'm going to pan it to the, I'm going to pan it. This is what panning means. So I'm going to pan it. Once I click on the pan, I select the direction. So you can just pan it, select the direction you want it to go. Same goes with this one. You pan it. This one also, you pan it. So what it simply means is that if you are presenting this design, you see those movements. Hope you guys saw the movements. Are you seeing it? If you click on, it goes away and then this comes up. So that's how it's going to look. Now, furthermore, we can animate extra. We can just animate the right up also, and then we pan it also, or we rise it. We have different animations here. Then this rapid Red Bull runner, we can do something else to it. We can pop it, we can blow it. Depending. So I'm going to just do baseline for that. Why this button itself that we want to animate, we are going to make the button flicker or shake or wiggle or rotate. So depending on what you're working on, you could easily make it. I think I'm going to flicker the button so that someone can know that is clickable. Now, since we are done with all of this, the next thing we are going to do is we can decide to animate this shape also, depending. But if you don't want to animate it, you can just leave the shape. Now, the next thing we are going to do, which is the last thing, is we animate the two pages so that we can synchronize this and this. But first of all, let me just grab this. Okay, let's not worry about it. So to animate between the two pages, we are going to move the cursor to the center of these two pages, and then we see transition. This down one, we click on transition, and then we have different transitions we can add, just like the animation. So if someone clicks the button, how does it load? You want it to swipe, or you want it to... Hope you guys have seen the difference, right? Now I'm going to do either flow, or I'm going to do match and move. So you can do flow or you can do match and move, depending. So I can do match and move so that it moves very, very well. And then we do like 1 second match and move. We change duration to 1 second. And let's go ahead and present again and see how it looks. So as you can see, the page is moving perfectly. And once you click the button, once it moves to the page 2, as can I see my cursor, I click on the button, it moves to page 2, and the video starts playing. Hope you guys understand what I've been teaching you. You guys understand? All right. Now, since we are on this page, this second page, and the video is already here, we change this button over here to more videos instead of watch video. You know, the first button on the home page is watch video. This second one is going to be more videos. Now, since this thing is a video player, you can just curve the edge a little bit just to make it look stylish. And then I think we are done. Oh, we are not done. We didn't change the font for this navigation bar. We're going to change the font also to Poppin or some other stuff. Let's see what we have. So if you change the fonts, it looks better. It looks better than using the default font. So you can go ahead to change your fonts properly. I change the font to Poppin, and then we have something that looks like this at the end. Now we're going to animate once more so that you guys can see how it goes. I present the screen, and then once I hover my cursor here, the button, I click on the button, and then the video starts playing. Hope you guys understand. I couldn't find a video for someone that is biking, but let's just assume this is like a documentary. So this is how it looks. Let's do it once more. So on the home page, I click on the center button. Now pay attention to how, I want you guys to pay attention to how the button, the importance of duplicating, see the importance of duplicating buttons or the importance of duplicating elements. Once you add the match and move effect, it's going to do something crazy. Are you seeing this center button and this one is the same thing, right? Now, if I click the center button, look at what happens to this one. It's going to jump from here. This button is going to jump from here and come to this place. Now watch. Are you guys seeing it? So that's the importance of duplicating. The video is slow. Yeah, the video is on slow motion. It's not the video is fast. You can add any video you want. This particular video I added to this place is slow motion video. Let's know if I can see another video. If I was, this is not my paid account. If I was using a paid account, I could have added a nicer video that has like action. And the match and move is 1 second. You can change it to, if you want to change the match and move, if you want to make it to be longer, just click on the center of these 2 pages. And then you change the duration of the match and move to 2.5 or 2. So it depends on what you are doing. If you want it to transit fast, but on websites, if you are building websites, the match and move is perfect because the 1 second is enough for a website to load, or 2 seconds, except if the website is slow. So if you are presenting it, make sure you make it to be very, very fast. So that's why I used 1 second. So you make sure it presents properly. So that's why I used 1 second. Steph, go ahead and ask your question.
Are there any fast videos?
What's the question?
Are there any fast videos?
Fast videos. Okay, let's go ahead to the element and then we'll search for a fast video.
Thank you.
Right. So like I said before, we have videos here. We have different videos here, but the problem is this is a free account. So we could use another video, but this particular video is not a mountain bike. So you have to pay attention to the design you're working on. If it's for mountain bike, then the video you're going to be using is for mountain bike. Hope you understand. So you could go to Google and then search for mountain bike. You get a nice video
Yes.
on Google. You download the video from Google and then you can then add it to your design. But since I couldn't find a proper video for mountain bikes here, the one I have here, the videos here are paid. Like you have to pay for the Canva accounts before you can access. All these videos here are nice, but they are for paid accounts. Hope you understand. So if you are running your own design, you can use fast videos. But I just used this particular one because it's just wearing a helmet without showing what he's driving. So if he's riding like a mountain bike, you wouldn't know. That's why I used it. Let's assume it's a documentary. That's what I said. So let's go ahead and present once more. So click on present. And then let's see how it looks so far. Now, this is the page. This is the home page. This is the play button. Once you click on the play button, it's going to go to the video player. And then you start watching the video that you wanted to play. So that's how it works. So if you click on it, you start playing the video. What's your question, Steph?
The video is a little blurry.
I didn't get you.
Huh?
What's the question?
Maximum of 6 months.
The video's a little blurry when you play it.
The video?
Yeah.
No. It's not blurry, I think. Is it blurry?
Yeah, when you play it.
It's not blurry. I think it's network issue. It's just network issue. The video is not blurry over here. So I think it's to process the video from the. Let me go to my. Hold on a little bit. Let me see how it looks. No. The video is not blurry. It's not blurry. Is it still blurry on your screen? Okay, when I present it, let me check. Is it still blurry? It's just processing issue. It's just network. It's not a problem. It's just network. My network is not that fast. I told you guys before. My network is not that fast. So you have to just pay attention to the details.
Okay,
So
sir.
let me go ahead and explain once more before we end this section. So we have the Red Bull logo here, and then we have the navigation menu over here. We have some write-offs, and then we have the rider itself. We have some frames here. We added pictures to the frame. Like I said, don't add picture don't add picture on the bare background. So you have to add it to the frame so that it looks very, very well. After that, you add the button, the play button, and the watch video button. Now, this button and this button is the same thing. So that once you work on the page 2, which is the play screen, once you transit and add match and move, this button over here is going to jump to this place. Now let's go ahead and present once more before we end the section. So this is page 1, and then once I come to the play button and click the play button, it's going to jump from there to the other place, and then the video starts playing automatically. Hope you guys understand. For those of you just joining the class, if you have questions, it's not a problem. We normally drop the recording, the class recording, on the WhatsApp group, so you can easily check out the videos, and then you just practice along with the video. Hope you understand. So it's not a problem. And if you go to our YouTube page, you can see old videos. Like, you see videos for beginners, so you have to watch some videos just to understand how some things works. Are you guys paying attention?
Yes.
So what we're going to do now is the part where you review the work, and then you're going to mute your mics one after the other to just tell us the best place you like of the design. So I'm going to be calling the names, and then once you're done with review, you can go ahead and end the class. So starting from, so this is page 1 and this is page 2. Starting from Steph, go ahead and tell us the page you like the most and the reason why you like the page. So go ahead, tell us the page you like the most, page 1 or page 2, and tell us the reason for that.
I like page 1 because it really tells you how much the Red Bull Runner is and how to like watch the videos.
All right, that's great. And then moving over to Markins. Markins, are you available?
I like
Which-
page 1
Okay.
because it tells you more information about the Red Bull Rapid Runners. And
That's great. The next person is Steven. If Steven is not active, Jane, go ahead. Okay, Steven, are you active? If you're active, unmute your mic
I
and
need
then
to go to the bathroom.
okay, Praise, Jane, go ahead and tell us which page you like the most, 1 or 2.
Jane is markings.
Oh, okay. Okay, Richard, go ahead and tell us the page you like the most.
I like page 1 because it shows us more about. It shows us how many videos there is, and you can watch as many videos as you like.
All right, that's great. Moving over to Kamsi Ochukwu. Kamsi Ochukwu, go ahead. Kamsi Ochukwu, are you active? Okay, let's move over to Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu, are you active?
Here,
Okay, so which page do you like the most, page 1 or page 2?
page 2, I liked the way like the play button in the middle, change spots from the middle.
Okay, so you like page 2 better. And then the next person is Kamsi Ocho. I don't think you're active. Steven, are you back? Are you back? Yeah, if
He's not back yet.
Okay. Kamsi. Okay, don't worry. So this is what we did for today's section. We had a Red Bull design. We had a Red Bull design. We have the navigation menu over here. Some write-ups, some videos, and then we have the play button over here. So we added some animation to the play button so that someone can know that it's clickable. And then we have another button here, which is identical to this, that moves you to the video pages. Now, if you click on the center, if you click on the center button, which is the play button, it takes you to the first video, and then you start watching video about documentary or about the motorsport immediately. Likewise, other pages. So you can click on each of these pages to navigate to the other pages. Steven, are you back?
I don't think so.
Pearl, I forgot about you. What do you think about the design?
She can't speak. She has to use chat.
Oh, okay. Just comment on the box, chat box. Go ahead and comment on the chat box. It's not a problem. And go ahead and comment on the chat box. So, if you have any questions pertaining to the design so far, indicates, raise your hand so you can ask a question. Any question at all, go ahead and ask your question if you don't understand anything about the design.
Okay, now if I say something.
So go ahead and ask your question if you have any question about the design. Any questions so far? Any questions? No questions. All right, guys. Thank you for attending this section today. If you enjoyed the class, give a thumbs up.
My microphone turned on again.
Okay. So what do you think about the design?